Founder fans, Jason here, and today's founder is John Allan. John Allan was actually from Canada, but he was sent to Boston to get his education as a young man and returned to Canada just before the American Revolutionary War. And here's where I like to remind people that we like to look back at the 13 British colonies, but at the time, British had more than 13 colonies in North America, including arguably 3 that make up modern-day Canada, or at least the eastern portion of modern-day Canada. And John Allan was from Nova Scotia, which is one of these colonies. So when the Revolutionary War breaks out, well, John Allan had already been serving in the Nova Scotia House of Assembly, and he was promoting the American cause there. And there was not a lot of people happy with him. So he was actually kicked out of the assembly and was by some accused of treason. Allan at this point decides to go south and join the Revolutionary War. When he does, he's actually appointed by the Continental Congress as an agent for Indian affairs for Maine and Nova Scotia. And his job there was really to try and get the Native Americans to side with the Patriots and fight with them in the war, but he was not unable to do that, so he did this next best thing, which was keep them out of the war entirely. And fortunately, he was able to get the Native Americans who lived in the region to stay out of the war, because primarily the Native Americans joined the British in most of the fighting, so to keep them neutral was itself a success. Now, throughout this time, John Allan was a colonel in the Massachusetts militia, and he did fight in several battles, all of them either in Maine or during the second attempted invasion of Canada, as we discussed recently with Jonathan Eddy, a very brief invasion of Cumberland County that really didn't work. Either way, the entire time John Allan is begging the Continental Congress, I need men, and more importantly, I need money. I need some money to be able to carry on the business of negotiating with the Native Americans. The Continental Congress just wouldn't send him any money. To be fair, they didn't have a lot of money to go around, but eventually Allan gets very fed up and he sends his resignation to the Continental Congress. The Continental Congress does not accept this. In fact, they tear up his resignation and send him a promotion. And they say, now you are Superintendent of Eastern Indians, which essentially made him in charge of negotiating with all Native Americans in New England and a little bit into New York and the New Jersey area, as well as Canada. He stays in this position, and again, as a colonel through the end of the war, when eventually the war comes to a close, and he leaves all the fighting and such behind, and he becomes a major important resident of Maine. Eventually, interestingly enough, he's actually appointed to the commission that works on the boundary dispute between Maine and Canada, and helps to literally shape not only modern Maine, but the northeastern corner of the modern United States. So that's John Allan. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Definitely subscribe for videos 6 days a week about the American Revolution, and I'll be back with another founder for you tomorrow.